Oh, TP, you know what? I know how we normally start off the show, but since everybody got smoked for Florida State, that's how we starting off.
Hey,
That's how we starting off, man. Come on.
you better not be scared. You ain't got time to be scared, man. You ain't got time to be scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get right into it. Florida State has been complaining for a while about this TV contract, and I've been telling y'all if this money don't get right, Florida State gonna leave. I get money. Cause that's what we do. We get money. Since we joined the
It's,
ACC, y'all been getting money. But this last TV deal, 30 million a season, and the Big Ten getting 50, and the SEC getting 60. I get money. We out of there. We out of there. Bubba Cunningham. Oh, CP. We couldn't even get to the show good. Right before the show dropped. 6:52. Report come out of Durham, North Carolina. UNC AD get on the radio shooting off his mouth. Talking about Florida State barking out stuff. Here's what we barking. I get money. And if you ain't talking about that, it ain't nothing to talk about. Because you know what? I get money. And we gonna stay on that. I get money. Fuck you and your family. I get money. We bought that dollar. Because I keep explaining to y'all week after week after week. College football funds your softball team, your intramural sports, your any of your non-revenue generating sports. Football pays for that. And on the HBCU level, it also sends money into the general college fund. So I don't know what we're talking about. Why is these dudes rapping? Last time I checked.
Who was upset? Because you was talking so fast. I miss where the tension is coming from.
Okay. So the original tension was Florida State beginning of this offseason said, hey, this TV money, that ain't gonna work. If the Big Ten is getting $50 million and we get 30, that's a problem. If the SEC is getting 60 per school, it's a problem.
But how do you expect to rectify that problem when don't nobody want to watch y'all?
So here's the other problem. It's not, and this is what I keep trying to explain to people. I wish when it comes to TV deals, it's not about wins and losses. It's about TV market. Florida State, Miami got Florida. Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami, them big TV markets. Who in South Carolina can match an Orlando TV market? Who in Durham, North Carolina can match a Miami, Coral Gables, South Florida market? They can't. So we know we carry, and Boston, Florida, and Vatech and Virginia carry the weight of the conference because of the TV market. Those TV and digital markets are huge. So for the longest time, Florida State was carrying the weight of the conference. Hey, look, we got this brand, we got this viewership. We've been losing and got a better viewership than Clemson in big money games. But again, it's not about wins and losses. I keep telling y'all that. Same thing going on in the Pac-12. We'll talk about them a little later. But the same thing. The difference is, unlike Clemson, unlike Vatech, unlike Virginia, Florida State, see, we got big balls down here. Big balls down here. When it's a problem, it's going to be smoke. I'm from Florida. Every time it's a problem, I bring smoke. That's just what it is. So all of this hubbub
But
about
let me tell you. So Florida more prestige than Clemson. You know, we're talking about generations worth of people that follow the Seminoles. That goes deeper than people's following Clemson. Clemson just got good, and then they got back bad again. They don't have a long history of winning. They were at one point the laughing stock of the Big East. We all remember the Big East. They just started being good. And that was only when, who was it? Was it the Taj Boyd
I
days?
think Todd's boy started
But
off here.
before, yeah, it was the Taj Boyd days. But before that, nobody talked about Clemson. They were never mentioned in the same names as the Hurricanes or even the Huskers for that matter. Nobody cared about Clemson. Didn't nobody even know that they played in Death Valley until it became a controversy as why we got two teams that play in Death Valley. Y'all ain't even the original Death Valley. LSU is the original Death Valley. Just to be honest.
But all the smoke.
So but when we're looking at the TV deals, you can't have just one school as a showpiece. And that one school ain't even the best team in the conference. That's why y'all ain't getting the TV money.
So
that's the problem.
The
one team in the conference that has the big name ain't even the best team. Y'all letting North Carolina beat y'all. Like let's be honest. Y'all about to come out here and struggle against LSU if they don't beat y'all. Because they out for blood. Y'all beat them last year, they coming for your heads. And if y'all show up like I did last year, y'all will.
The disrespect segment.
These is facts. Hey, y'all let me know when I start going off the rector. When I'm not on track.
I'm not finna get
Florida State beat LSU last year. This is a fact. But where did that win go afterwards? Up in smoke.
It don't matter. We beat a SEC school. That's all I need to put.
Y'all let a team beat y'all with one completion in the second half. Stop it.
I'm gonna quit giving you them stats. That's what I'm gonna stop doing. Giving too many goddamn stats. I'm bitching and complaining about my coach, and it's coming back to bite me in the ass. Listen,
I'm just saying, but we're talking about the TV deals.
Yeah.
And is FSU? I mean, yeah, is FSU going to leave the ACC?
And
I mean, they should, because they're not going to bring in the money by themselves. That's all I'm saying. They not going. They not the showpiece. So if y'all expecting them to be the showpiece, y'all will never get the money deal that y'all want.
One of the major issues okay, so for all the reporters that cover the ACC and the Pac-12 that I was going off on the last 2 days, Pac-12 people last 2 days, ACC people today, I'm not sorry. I understand that there is a livelihood that's involved here. I understand all of that. But I'm balancing that against millions of dollars that Florida State is losing by being in the ACC. Just think about this. If and I'm just using the SEC as an example. If we go to the SEC next year, we will, in 10 years, $600 million. There is a difference between $600 million and $300 million. A big difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so, I'm spazzing out on y'all, but the spaz out is because, dude, y'all are talking about this like this is your grandfather's ACC or your grandfather's NCAA football. It's not. We not cheating the same no more. Ain't nobody sneaking to Eric Dickinson's third cousin on his daddy's side to give him a Trans Am. Ain't nobody doing that. Texas,
Oh, the
shout out to
bag
y'all.
man ain't got to show up. The bag man ain't got to sneak in on
No.
The bag man standing right next to the coach. He on the flight. The bag man is there because everybody now has a mandatory bag man. They had a bag man before.
Mm-hmm.
You just didn't see the bag man. Now you know who the bag man is, and it's out in the open.
And it is. Never will I pass up a chance to take a shot at Miami. But Miami's bag man is being investigated by the SEC. That'll be 3 billionaires, y'all, that was donating money to y'all university. And the SEC said, you know what, something ain't right here. 2 of them in jail for Ponzi scheming. Clark Gables, what's going on? What's going on? But you know
Everybody trying to get ahead the easy way. They want to get ahead the easy way. They out there on what you call an island, living it up. They on Epstein Island. Now do a little bit more investigation.
Money.
Oh, again.
Y'all gonna start y'all gonna start to see it go deeper than just money. There's a reason why them motherfuckers in jail.
Exactly.
It ain't just the money. That money is just to cover up the other shit that they got arrested for.
And again, I don't know how Florida State got to be the bad man in all of this when UCLA, who nobody had watched in 20, 30 years, and USC, who they can't beat Utah, is going to the Big Ten. They wasn't the bad guy. And now Washington and Oregon probably going, and they talking about Utah either going to the Big 12 or the Big 10 too. But them ain't the bad people.
The Pac-12 is the Pac-12 is going to dissolve.
Yeah.
In about within 5 years, the entire Pac-12 will dissolve, or be a bunch of new teams, and their market will be significantly decreased, almost to the point where it's not even considered a big market. You know, I can see the ACC going that same route. You know, what I've always been talking about is, can we get 2 major conferences for Division I football? 2 major conferences, split the country in half. You know, either geographically or somewhat geographically. Because I know that there may be more schools on one side than the other. It may be more densely populated on the east because of all those schools along the East Coast compared to all the schools along the West Coast. But either way, what we have to do is all these schools that are just leaving their conferences, going to new conferences, what is the benefit? More money. Just split it in half, cut that shit out the middle, and you won't have these problems. You won't have schools complaining about their media deals because of their conference.
It's so sad that we here. And we here because there are people in place. And I've talked noise about the SWAC commissioner. I've not really talked a whole lot of noise about the Pac-12 commissioner. But let's just be honest. He tried to slide that little Apple TV deal like that was some kind of deal for them. $20 million. USC going to accept 20. You should have known when the deal was $20 million, USC was gone. Off top.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's, so I didn't want to push this little conspiracy theory, but I retweeted it because little dude brought up something that I had not thought of, some Big 12 insider Twitter account. And I believe this is why the AD of North Carolina was complaining. There are 8 schools that make the lion's share of the TV revenue for the ACC. North Carolina is one of those 8 schools. So, in
Right.
theory, if those 8 schools, based on the TV contract, said, you know what, we out and we gonna form our own conference. We'll just call it ACC New Birth for shits and giggles. They form ACC New Birth. Well, because there is a grant of rights deal in place, the deal that ESPN would have with the remaining members of the ACC would be less the revenue of the 8 schools. If the 8 schools then form their own ACC New Birth Conference, that revenue would then go up based on the lack of having to share with the other schools in the ACC, and that would put them at $50 million. I believe North Carolina called Florida State and said, hey, what you think about that? And Florida State hung up the phone on them. I believe that's where that beef came from. I believe this for the last month, that there are Big Ten people sniffing around in Tallahassee going, hey, y'all look pretty good. We can create a whole nother division for y'all. $50 million is a lot of money. I believe that's what started everything.
Why not just create a whole new conference? Give it a new name, new deal. You know, here in America, we like new shit. You know what I'm saying? So why not?
I 100% agree.
We like shit that's new and shiny. And ain't nothing new and shiny like a fresh new Division I college football conference. But
if
they have to have good teams in them. It does not matter if they all are ass. Nobody cares about ass teams. Can't just have a
the
bunch
revenue
of ass.
team, they gotta have the TV market. If they don't have the TV market, it won't matter if they're great.
Yeah, they gotta have a TV market, but they also gotta have good teams. Nobody care about ass teams doing ass shit. It don't matter. We want to when we talking about college football. See, college football is a lot different than any other sport, you know, in the world. Because in college football, you're not allowed to lose. You can lose a soccer match. You play 162 baseball games in the major leagues. You can lose 70, 80 games, and it's okay. That's just normal life. Basketball, you can lose 20, 30 games a year. But in college football, you have to be perfect if you want to win. You might can lose 1, maybe lose 2. But after you've lost 2 games in a season in college football, you already looked at it. You can't even compete to be the best at that point. It's over with. You know? So for teams that want to, you know, if you want to create a conference, they got to have a team that's going to bring in the crowds. They got to have a winner. You know? That's just bottom line.
And for all the UCF fans out there that think this is about y'all because y'all in the Big 12, it's not. It is absolutely not. Y'all gonna travel 8 million miles to get mollywopped every other weekend. Y'all gonna be a 500 team for the next 20 years. Talking about that one mythical national championship y'all won.
Who? You Central Florida?
Yeah, Central Florida. They're gonna be mediocre at best for the next 20 years in the Big 12. Like, I don't know. I don't even know why I brought them up. It's just funny.
Them joining the Big 12 made as much sense as A&M joining the SEC. How about that?
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I went there. Has A&M came close to doing anything since they joined the SEC?
Oh wow.
You know what we rep back here.
Oh wow.
You see what we rep back here. I don't want to hear shit about A&M.
Disrespect.
They went to the SEC and instantly mediocre. Mediocre at best.
Oh wow.
You're average.
I would say UCF going to a different conference was an upgrade for UCF. It was all about getting out of a super ass conference, even if you're in the middle of the pack in a big conference, you might just so get lucky enough to win a conference championship, and you're going to get in the playoffs.
No, they
Yeah.
won't.
What people don't understand.
Going to the Big 12, they finna let Oklahoma hang 60 on their ass every year.
But see, what people don't understand is UCF, they're going to have offense. And
everybody has offense in the Big 12.
But this is what I'm saying. The defensive talent that they draw from down here in Florida is a little bit different.
Let me ask you something. And correct me if I'm wrong. The talent that will be left over after Florida State, Miami, the talent that's left over is kids really just trying to make it, right?
No.
Coming from
absolutely not.
A lower demographic as far as financial wise.
Well,
that's what's left over, right?
In Orlando, I'm just giving you an example.
No. I'm asking, like, is that where they picking their players from?
This is what I'm going to try to explain to you. In Orlando, we have 30 schools, 30 high schools, in just Orlando by itself. We have 6 high schools that compete for a national or state championship every year. Out of Orlando. The talent pool in Central Florida is different. And all you know as a jit going to high school, living in Orlando is UCF. If you go out to their campus, you're hooked. They don't spend like Bethune-Cookman money. They have an indoor practice facility. They have next to a multi-million-dollar patch. Yeah.
Hold up. Stop it. Don't shoot that little motherfucker no more. For what reason did you take a shot at BC?
Bruh, I'm just trying to tell you, the facilities
he will never miss an opportunity.
The facilities at UCF are different. My nephew went to UCF.
So what you're saying is UCF got money.
The
kids that go to the kids that go to the school got money.
Oh my gosh, it's different.
UCF is the largest commuter school in the state.
So they're coming from a background where they parents got money and shit, right?
9 times out of 10, it's different.
So the reason I'm asking that question is when you start switching conferences and you go to a conference like Big 12, the furthest school away is damn near in California.
Yeah. And they gonna travel.
People better have they gotta travel is why I'm saying that. Now
they gonna travel.
If all your kids is poor or they come from, a lower demographic financial wise, it'll be harder for their people to travel to their away games. That's why why I bring that point up.
UCF student body on campus is over 40,000.
Okay.
The student body on campus is over 40,000.
Okay.
They are the second largest university in the country.
I don't know too much about UCF.
So UCF record last year was 9-5. However,
9-5 in the Big 12 too.
And that's what I was gonna say. However,
but the thing about it is y'all gotta understand the exposure. They were in
Big 12 is a shrinking market, especially seeing as how now Oklahoma wants out. So then what's gonna happen once it becomes a power vacuum and all the teams suck?
Oklahoma and Texas leaving causes a problem those are the two biggest TV markets in that conference.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're gonna
With
be
the
right back in
exception
the
of
same boat, is
SMU,
what
which
I'm
I believe
saying.
is in Dallas, that's it.
And don't nobody watch SMU. Since they got the death penalty all them years ago, they have been ass. They just had a winning record last year.
I
Ladies and
believe
gentlemen,
UCF will surprise some folks. Y'all don't understand that they have talent. They have put a lot of folks in the league from that small little school football program. Now it then blew up. It's different.
You talk about UCF?
Yes, UCF. They
by the
didn't
way, everybody
expand
that
the
I've missed
stadium.
in the chat, thank y'all for coming out. I haven't missed. I'm seeing y'all now. So if I didn't say something earlier, thank y'all for coming out. But
Ain't that where Blake Bortles went?
Yeah.
oh Lord,
Trash.
But you have.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I
saying.
just said that. Like I'm trying to think who Kevin Johnson, the running back, came from UCF, also trash. What notable players can we put that UCF has?
Dante Culpepper.
Oh my God.
There you go. Oh, don't do that. He had a good 3-year run with Randy Moss. Anyway, we're going to get off of UCF because beating on UCF is just no fun whatsoever. But
I mean, I'm not. First of all, don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting up here saying UCF finna raise all kind of hell in a new conference. I'm just saying UCF is going to surprise a lot of people.
well, we are definitely going to find out this year because they're going to get an opportunity to take their one and only shot at Oklahoma and Texas this year. So we're going to see. All right. So, Marlo here, and it's a couple things that we need to go ahead and get to. First off, with Messi showing up last week, getting off the plane, and scoring 1,000 goals in 3 matches, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're about to be number one in their division. Is the MLS ready for big time? Because I don't feel like they're ready for big time.
Before we move on, why y'all ain't tell me my shit was flipped?
Well, oh shit.
Why y'all ain't tell me it was reflected the opposite way?
See what had happened
On my
was
screen, it says Texas
Thanks.
Longhorns.
No, thank y'all. I fixed it now. Thank y'all for nothing.
Oh my.
Nothing. Thank you.
Oh, but
It be your own people. Hey, Chad, it be your own people, man. I'm telling you right now.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
so right now,
My banner, it was showing Texas Longhorns, but it was mirrored, so you
Oh,
looking at it backwards.
I got
You
you.
can't really read it.
I got you there.
Now it's fixed. Now you can actually read it. Got people out here feeling like they dyslexic. No, it was just backwards. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
you know what?
But go ahead since we talking about soccer.
Welcome, Gators fan, but not really.
Gators fan 87. My God.
This
May you wake up every morning and stub your toe at 3 a.m. But welcome to the podcast.
Wow.
Damn, what did he do to you? He did absolutely nothing. He was talking to me, actually.
You know Gabe Davis is from UCF.
Is he?
Yeah.
Trash.
How you trash?
He's not even the best player on his team. He's not the best receiver on the Bills.
Well, you got Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, they got Stephon. Nah, Gabe is all right. He's decent. He's an above average receiver in the NFL. He's an above average receiver. I'll give him that.
I was just saying.
What I was saying was, I don't know how much longer the MLS have in the season,
And my
but the
cues.
fact,
You see it.
that Messi has come over there and won 3 straight leads me to believe that at this point, I think me and Marlo can just show up on the MLS squad and play some meaningful minutes.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't you put no Marlo in it. You talk about soccer. I ain't finna say what I was gonna say, but I got a long straw in a deep container. And I ain't gonna tell you what's in it, but they usually use it to wash white clothes. And you can sip on that.
He went there.
I'm just saying.
Marlo said he ain't kicking shit.
It's just the running for Marlo. Don't get it twisted. It is just the running for Marlo. If it was not for the running, Marlo would be in for it.
Nope.
You play kickball drunk. Soccer is not that far behind.
Those are 2 totally different sports.
And
first of all,
and second of all, I was very competitive when I played kickball. Everybody else wasn't. So I didn't want to do that shit no more. And that was a one and doneer. So
Just so everybody's aware, he played kickball drunk while at this podcast.
yeah.
TP, you remember
but he
that?
took it serious. But he took it serious though. That
Y'all don't even
that you
understand.
gotta explain.
First of all, they was out there lollygagging, not really making any efforts to get people out. I don't do that. I don't even know what they're talking about. Like you might want to duck if I get the ball, get low. So
Marlo, was the name of the event kickball, drunk kickball, or drinking and kickball, something to that effect? Wasn't that the name?
yeah, it was a kickball, rec kickball league now, mind you. Rec kickball league that is centered around drinking.
And you wanted that to be a serious sport.
They invited me.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get all the logistics together. I'm trying to,
I'm like, how Kobe,
trying to understand.
you know how Kobe told people, why would I play a average pickup game? What is the point in it for me? And that's how I had the Mamba mentality on the kickball field.
So what you're saying is you was doing on the kickball field what Messi is doing to the MLS right now.
What I'm saying is Marlo was doing what Marlo was doing on the kickball field. And I don't know what the fuck Messi doing.
Word.
Even every time I try, and I just put it into the sea one day. I might have a heart attack. We might have a serious discussion about the World Football League, but I'm gonna let that go.
The world.
But TP,
You said the world. Now I will say this. Shout out to U.S. women.
I mean, we do that all the time. We do.
They head and shoulders are better than the U.S. men.
Oh, okay. But Marlo, since we have you here, and it is football tonight, let's talk about your Buccaneers and this quarterback battle.
There ain't no battle. Ain't even no battle. I already told y'all who was going to be the starter. Y'all think I just was pump faking.
So rumors coming out of camp is that Baker Mayfield has a tendency to turn over the football.
Ain't no rumor. I was there. I was at camp.
We got the guest.
Hey,
Guest of honor. Got the guest of honor.
what's up, man?
Yeah, he throwing up on you.
Oh my God. Oh man.
On camera. Ain't that something?
Yeah. She ain't even bring me nothing.
We-
She just brought me him.
We real up in here.
But
it's facts. First of all, I was at training camp on Monday, and why did he start out with the first team? I don't know, but I'm glad they rectified that. Cause
Why did who start with the first team?
Baker,
Why wouldn't he?
cause he's ass.
That's your guy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh no. You like
Kyle Trask.
you like Kyle.
Yes, sir.
And Kyle, we trust.
And Kyle, we trust over Baker.
so TP, I asked this question again, and since we got Gator Fan 87 here, name me the last Gator quarterback that did anything in the NFL.
Cam Newton.
Yes, sir.
Wow. You know what? I would almost give you that if he had played one game at Florida.
He did.
It don't matter. He did.
He did.
What game he played at Florida?
He came off the bench.
Oh, he got his uniform. Okay.
This,
So, all right. So that's y'all. All right. So y'all got one in 100 years.
it ain't been 100 years.
I'll give Steve Spurrier probably the best quarterback they done had.
I'm going to tell you who's going to be the future. And that question, you won't be able to ask that question next year. Richardson.
Oh, God. Richardson has no running game. The owner of the team said about their starting running back, if him and I both died tomorrow, neither one of us will be missed. That's what the owner said about his star running back.
Who said he was the star? Who called him a star?
I mean, he's supposedly, a star running back.
I'm pretty. You know what? I know that man had it. Was he injured last year? Let's just find out.
Nah, he had a good season.
So he had 1,000 yards again last year. Man.
But what I'm talking about Richardson. I ain't talking about no damn.
I'm talking about the starting running back because what is a rookie's running back quarterback's best friend outside of a tight end?
People who can catch the ball.
A good defense.
A good defense.
All right.
Let's keep the quarterback, in a position where he ain't gotta air the ball out every play. Because if you have a bad defense and y'all down 30, guess what your quarterback doing every play? He is passing. And for a rookie quarterback, you are setting him up for failure. You are killing his confidence. You are putting him in an unwin situation.
Ain't he in y'all division?
He is. We about to be on his ass too.
And they have a good defense.
It's better. We don't know what it look like yet, but on paper we do look good.
Yeah.
This man got to face the Tennessee Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Houston Texans with no running game. He ain't gonna make it to week 8.
Oh, and here's another thing. The fucking Tennessee Titans decided they want to break out their Oilers jerseys for 2 games this year, and one of them is against the Texans. If that ain't the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life. If we beat them with their Oilers jerseys, we need our Oilers shit back. All of it. The whole franchise, we need it back. Y'all never put them jerseys on again.
Oh.
the level of disrespect with these motherfuckers. I'm about to drive down to Nashville right now. I'm only 10 hours away.
Oh shit!
We're gonna get some straightening. You feel me? We about to get some straightening. Don't nothing get straight like straightening.
He said like me.
I felt like
the disrespect.
I thought I came in here with the energy. Apparently, I was wrong.
If y'all saw my face when I seen the post.
Yeah, that ain't a good look.
You'd have thought it was something rotten in my room. My face was all turned up. That whole post stank.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, you know what? I'm glad my quarterback situation is secure. My running back situation will be secure after week 1. But whew.
Interesting.
And Tom Brady is overseas somewhere. You know what?
You know what's sad? You know what's sad? A grown man saying my quarterback situation is secure and his starting quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo. This is the world that we sitting in right now.
How?
It is better than that.
How?
It is better than because y'all don't know who y'all starting quarterback.
Absolutely, we absolutely do. We know.
You don't.
I'm telling you, we know. Everybody know who's gonna be our starting quarterback.
TP,
everybody.
Their starting quarterback situation is bad and worse. Pick one.
What? First of all, we have a better offensive line, better talent around our quarterback, and a better defense than the Las Vegas Raiders. So our quarterback situation is way better.
Y'all left tackle don't even know how to play left tackle. He is a right tackle playing left tackle on TV. Don't talk to me till y'all get some wins against New Orleans.
Okay.
That being said,
let me tell y'all what the Buccaneers situation is. It's about to get real disrespectful.
That's right, Rock. Real Raider Nation stand up. That's what I'm talking about.
The Buccaneers situation is like a motherfucker who got jacked up teeth, nose fucked up, everything messed up. And they trying to figure out what color makeup they finna put on.
And I am
wow.
It don't matter what makeup you put on, your teeth still fucked up, your nose still fucked up.
Wow.
That's what the Buccaneers. They try to figure out what color makeup they gonna put on and step out there week 1. It don't matter.
This is just all sorts of kind of wrong.
You're burnt.
First of all, I would even agree if you was to say is that chick that you look at from behind and you like, oh my gosh, I gotta go holler at her, and then she turn around and it look like somebody that stole her face. I would go with that, but damn, everything.
Listen, Marlo.
The teeth is the offensive line. The nose is the running situation. It's fucked up.
I don't
care what makeup y'all try to put on at the quarterback position. It's not gonna matter.
Our offensive line is legit.
Y'all still got Donovan Smith at left tackle?
No, he gone.
No, they moved.
Who's the left tackle?
They moved worse to left tackle.
A Hall of Famer.
Play left tackle. You calling Tristan Wirth the 3rd-year tackle? He third or this is second, right?
This is 4th year.
Can't be his fourth.
Fourth year.
Marlo made the baby cry.
I did not.
Marlo said that man was a Hall of Famer, and the baby started crying.
Tristan Wirth gave up how many sacks?
Right tackle.
He didn't give up sacks.
Right tackle. We're going to find out this year he's going to get the best pass rusher every week.
Who?
Christian Wirfs is now their left tackle.
Who is he gonna be blocking in the NFC?
Everybody. Y'all don't understand how athletic this young man is.
No, I'm saying who are the pass rushers to be afraid of
Nobody.
in the NFC South? Outside of maybe Trey Hendrickson? No, don't. Hey, he at the Bengals now, ain't he?
Yeah, he's the Bengals.
Cameron Jordan? He's 74 years old, though.
The fact that I'm looking up who the Bucs play, the troll the Bucs, is amazing.
It's not amazing. That's your normal.
They got to play the Bears.
And
The Bears ain't got no pass rush.
They got to play the Texans.
We got Will.
They got to play the 49ers.
Nick Bosa, yeah.
I don't know who Green Bay got. They got to play. What about the Jaguars?
Nick Bosa lines up on the left side of the defense.
So they got to play the Jaguars, and they got to play the Colts and the Titans.
Josh Allen, okay. Titans ain't got nobody. Harold Landry still there, I think.
we good.
I just want to point out who y'all still got a quarterback situation.
I just want to point out that you haven't. What I saw at training camp was Kyle Trask throwing BBs. When the offensive coordinator comes out and says the only reason Baker Mayfield had an edge is because he had more experience, but Kyle Trask has made that up and then some with his talent. That's all you need to know. Who's gonna be the starter?
Kyle Trask and talent. 2 words I never thought I'd hear in the same sentence. Okay.
He a prototype. And he mobile.
We're not doing this. No, we're going to move along.
This dude is
We're gonna
6'5", 240. And mobile.
I'm mobile. That
Kyle
don't mean I would
Trask.
be able to run away from no defensive linemen.
Right. Yeah. Look around and find out was a person. That's Kyle Trask to show you how mobile he is.
He about as mobile as Josh Allen. And Josh Allen really ain't that mobile.
I'll take that.
Oh, man.
I think every team in the country besides KC will take that.
My 1-year-old was out there vacuuming.
Wait, hold on.
I was trying to figure because my wife just brought me the bottle and the baby and the burp rag and the vacuum was going. And I'm like, who's vacuuming? The 1-year-old. Not the 3-year-old, the 1-year-old.
Train them up right.
Get them up, get them early.
That's funny.
Man. So wait a minute.
Nah, he legit be trying to clean up. He'll go grab the broom and the dustpan, be walking around the house.
Don't stop him.
Not it, but he be
Don't stop him. Let him keep it up.
TP, we just let Marlo get away with saying how talented Kyle Trask was.
He is. Not was, is. If you study under Tom Brady for 3 years and don't learn something, that's shame on
You know
you.
what?
You know
I
what
ain't been
Kyle
able to
Trask
do this in
learned
a
in
long
3
time.
years? He learned
Tom Brady.
He learned the best time to pick up the donuts to make sure they was fresh for the meeting. That's what he
And that's all he learned. As long as Tom Brady is overseas with his little soccer team and the fuck out of the Raiders front office, I'm good.
Can't wait.
So is Tom Brady in the same position like John Elway is in Denver, or no? Because John Elway actually makes decisions.
No, I'm praying to God he not. I hope he don't talk to a Raider. Like, he don't need to be at no Raider dinner.
He
don't
need to talk to
need to have no
everybody.
Raider parking space. He don't need to like nothing. He don't need to be on Zoom meetings. If they redesign the parking spaces, they don't need to call him. He just need to be wherever he is with the supermodels he hang out with and get lost in the ocean somewhere. That's where Tom Brady need to be.
Wow, lost in the ocean.
Damn,
That's
it's pretty funny.
he worked for y'all.
Fuck Tom Brady.
I don't know if I was clear on it.
Damn.
Oh. We know y'all ain't gonna win shit. Y'all gonna win the opportunity to pick first in 2024.
No, that'll be y'all. We'll be picking fifth. Y'all will be picking
Shit.
first.
I'm gonna tell y'all who will be picking first next year.
They ain't gonna beat the Lions.
I'm gonna tell you, the Lions are gonna be a top 10 team in the NFL. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna tell you who's picking first next year. The Arizona Cardinals will be drafting Caleb Williams, number 1 overall in the 2025 draft.
So what they gonna do with the starting time?
2024 draft with the first pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC.
If Caleb Williams is the first pick for the Arizona Cardinals, everybody in that front office got to get fired that same day.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Caleb Williams will be the first 2-time Heisman Trophy winner since Matt Leinart.
Hold on. Just hear me out for a second. Hear me out. Arizona Cardinals. They draft a quarterback, in top 5 overall. That very next year, that offseason, they fired a head coach, bring in a new head coach, draft another top 5 quarterback.
They didn't take Josh Rosen in the top 5. He was like number 14 or 13 or some shit like that. You got to go back and look at it. He was like middle of the first round.
Josh Rosen was 10th overall.
There you go, 10.
So they draft a top 10 player. Get rid of him after his first season.
He kind of was ass.
I'm not gonna lie.
How we know?
Look. I'm not gonna lie. When they were talking about Josh Rosen being a top 10 anything, I was trying to see where. UCLA didn't win. When you're a quarterback in a conference that allows you to air it out all day, every day, and you don't even have good numbers, there's no way I can even think you'll even come close to being a good quarterback in the NFL. A quarterback in that conference should average 450 passing yards a game. Colt Brennan was putting up 500 yards a game and was still terrible in the NFL.
They're not going to do that to June Jones. We're not doing that. June Jones is him.
Not Brennan. So Josh Rosen was never good in my eyes. Not NFL wise, not college wise. He didn't win. He didn't win shit, actually.
And when they came out and said that he was supposed to be this smart, super intelligent quarterback who can process fast,
no, they used that against him. They tried to say that he was so cerebral. And they used the fact that he read books against him. Oh, he's too smart to be a quarterback. What the what?
Now you too smart.
I'm like, all right, cool, great.
So they now intelligence has nothing to do with it. Ryan Fitzpatrick went to an Ivy League school and had a very long journeyman type career, but he was able to play the game. He was able to make rosters. He was able to. Let me tell you the same story. Ryan Fitzpatrick looks amazing 3 weeks later. Y'all don't know what's going on with Fitzpatrick at this afternoon.
Marlo know he a Bucs fan.
You know, that was Fitzpatrick in a nutshell. He started off good. He made the team. Quarterback gets hurt. Insert Ryan Fitzpatrick. He balls out for the first 2 games and then disappears. And then the next thing you know, he's on a different team. It was the same story. But what the Arizona Cardinals saw in Josh Rosen, I have no idea. But when it came time for Kyler Murray, they were looking at a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Regardless of the height, we're trying to get into a new league where we don't care about height and all that stuff. You know, they want to be trendsetters. I get it. But he's a Sooner, so fuck him.
Oh shit!
Okay, so I have nothing good to say about Kyler Murray. All the stuff that came out of Arizona during his contract negotiations told me everything I needed to know about both Kyler Murray and the fact that that front office had two factions. One faction that liked the coach and one faction that liked the quarterback. And the faction that liked the coach, let it be known, your starting quarterback don't know the plays. Let it be known, your starting quarterback like to play video games more than reading the playbook. It was the first time that we found out that the NFL has software to let them know if you are actually reading game film, reading the playbook, the game plan for that week. And I don't being a black quarterback.
You know why he wasn't. Thing. You know why he wasn't reading the playbook. Because it wasn't going to fucking matter. They weren't going to block nobody, and he was going to be drawing plays in the sand anyway. He looked at that shit and was like, man, this shit not finna fucking work. I'm hopping back on the game. He looked at that playbook and said, man, this shit not finna fucking work.
You have to have the talent as far as when you have a player of his stature. Like, I would equate that.
You just said stature and Kyler Murray in the same sentence. But go ahead.
Did you see
going.
me look up though? I was
a player, and I mean it literally. A player of his stature who barely can see over the linemen when they're down, but when they're up, if they haven't created any passing lanes, what's his motivation? Like he's just gonna free willy into a spot. Hopefully they there.
Y'all know what I want to do? I want to go line up at quarterback behind the NFL offensive line so I can see what Kyler Murray sees. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to see. Men's asses and the back of jerseys.
The back of jerseys.
That's all you can see when you're 5'8", 5'9", standing in the pocket. You ain't going to see nothing but the back of jerseys.
Yeah.
He looked at that playbook and was like, this shit ain't finna fucking work. I'm hopping back on the game. I'm just gonna run. Do what got me to the NFL. And you know his family tell him the same thing. Hey, do what got you there. Because once he sits back there and just tries to throw the ball, it's gonna be interception after interception. He not gonna get picked up by nobody. So he doing what he can to stay in the league, which is use his feet and get from behind them big behemoths that offensive line.
Ooh.
Hey, here's the thing. Why are we not drafting shorter offensive linemen? No, we're gonna put 6'5" and 6'6" and 6'7".
Because you need linemen with reach. Because now you have D linemen that's running 4.5s.
Hey,
it's a whole different thing now.
Some offensive linemen that can move a little bit. Then that 4.5 is gonna be isolated a little bit. You gotta have some feet.
I'm glad you said that because Tristan Wirth is that guy. I'm so glad you said that.
Wow.
He is that guy.
Wow.
Hey, TP. Let me ask you a question.
What's up, Troy?
Have you ever been to a job and worked there for like 10 years and then somebody said, you know what? I think you need to go ahead and be the engineer of making sprockets because you worked over here as the line operator for for 10 years, you can go ahead and design some sprockets. Is that gonna make you the best sprocket designer ever?
Nah, you probably need to still go to college and learn how to do some exact science and math.
So what TP is trying to politely tell you, Marlo, is Tristan Wirth is gonna look good in some games and gonna fail miserably in other games because he's not qualified for the job.
Why?
He got drafted to lean on people and push them
He
down
was
the field as
he
a
was a
run
left
blocking
tackle.
tackle.
He was a left tackle in college.
He was a left tackle in college.
He
I
was a
don't
left tackle in
understand what
college.
you're talking about, sir. He did go to
Oh,
college and learn his skill. He got to the Bucs and they had them made this ginormous mistake in paying somebody upwards of $50 million that they were not going to start him over. So they moved him to the right side of the field and made their whole team better. He has a Super Bowl as a lineman.
I mean,
He has
Donovan
been in the
Smith
trenches.
is terrible.
Terrible, but they paid him a king's ransom.
but
He got
but he
paid
got you to a
more.
Super
He
Bowl.
got paid more than Saquon will ever make,
Yeah.
which is sad. Pay the running backs.
I'm trying to get Marlo to justify to me this Bucks roster. You know what? I'm gonna table that for a second. I heard somebody try to mention Mike Evans and Jerry Rice in the same sentence,
No, they didn't.
and they did it twice.
That
And
didn't
I'm just
happen.
trying to figure out why. Even if I can see Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer, he ain't in the dog room.
But why
He's just
wouldn't
I got a
why
yellow
wouldn't he be
jacket
a Hall
room
of
guy.
Famer? Wait a minute. Why wouldn't he be a Hall of Famer?
Did you hear what I said? I said he ain't in the dog room. He just a I got a yellow jacket guy like Rondé Barber. Rondé Barber ain't no dog. He just got a yellow jacket.
Why Mike Evans underdog? He got 8 seasons with 1,000 yards, 1,000 yard seasons in a row.
So you saying he in Jerry Rice category?
I'm just saying this guy has proven he's a dog.
Is he in Jerry Rice category?
Who is?
You
Randy
can't just say
Moss,
no. You can't just say no.
Calvin Johnson.
He ain't Jerry
You
Rice,
named
Calvin Johnson, Randy
three.
Moss.
You named 3 people in the
I wasn't
history
even done. I
of the,
wasn't
of
even
the
done.
NFL.
I was only
Who?
on this hand. This hand here. He
Who?
ain't Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald.
Really?
Um,
Really? He's
yeah.
not a real. Come on, man.
So you're saying he's better than Larry Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mike
He
Evans
ain't
is
better
not
than
even better
Andre
than
Johnson.
Julio Johnson. Julio Jones, my bad.
Why he not?
Mike Evans is not better than prime Mike Evans ain't better than prime Julio Jones, prime DeAndre Hopkins, prime Andre Johnson, prime Larry
Who?
Fitzgerald, prime Terrell Owens.
Who is? Well, you
Isaac
say
Bruce.
Terrell Owens. I'll give you that one. But the other ones that you named, I don't see. It's about
I'm so
doing
sick of
it.
giving people credit for showing up to work.
Not even better
Oh,
than Chris Carter. Stop it.
What? Are you
Michael,
saying Chris Chris
the
Carter is
list of
better than?
receivers, the list of
Oh
receivers
my
that I would
God!
put in front of Mike Evans would be longer than a bad Tubi movie.
I don't even understand this. We're in the Matrix right now. We're literally in the Matrix because what I'm hearing is this dude has done it on a high level for a number of years, which is how you get into
he
the
played
Hall of
10
Fame.
million dollars.
What do you mean? He wasn't the only receiver there. Ain't nobody else did it in the NFL. What do you mean? He has done something no other receiver in the NFL has done. I don't understand what the fuck you talking about. In the history of the NFL, not Jerry Rice, not fucking Randy Moss, not none of them.
What year do Jerry do? Has he done that Jerry has
Has
not done?
he has had 1,000 yard receiving season for 8 years in a row.
Good for him.
So I don't understand what we talking about.
So, Jerry Rice. Oh my God. What do we want to know? Jerry Rice is 22,000 yards. The
Will
closest
never
person
be
to
caught.
him. The closest person to him is Larry Fitzgerald.
And how long did they play?
And if I can get rid of this ad blocker,
How long did they play?
Hold on, I ain't done.
Busy.
I ain't done. Hold on. So what we not finna do is give people credit for showing up to work. Not doing that.
But I'm
not
trying
doing
to
that.
tell you, he has done something
doing that.
nobody else has done in the NFL. And he ain't
Okay, well,
done
we
yet.
about to find out. We're about to find out.
He is not done yet.
So, statistically speaking,
Mike
Mike Evans, who has been in the league since 2014, all right? Let's just take that into account, is 12,000 yards behind Jerry Rice. He is number 45 on the list.
He's been in the league for
better than
years.
Keyshawn Johnson at this point in his career.
You
think he got, how many years left you think he got? How many?
Who knows?
How many?
So let me ask you a question. In all these seasons, how many of them did he win the receiving title? How many times did he lead the league in receptions or catches? Or yards or touchdown? Did he ever lead in any of these categories?
Not sure on that one.
Because what it sounds like to me
Trey,
is
you got the computer up.
I'm trying to go through it right now.
This is really Troy's favorite argument. He's in that same category with Frank Gore.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
He don't think he is never hurt.
You don't think Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer?
I think he should be.
Hell yeah!
Are you asking me?
But we're talking about after year.
I don't think
13,
Cal Ripken Jr.
14.
is a Hall of Famer.
We're talking about year 13, 14. Now,
who you say, Troy?
Mike Evans right now ain't a Hall of Famer. Mike Evans right now not a Hall of Famer because he's had a pretty good career. Not gonna lie, it's been a pretty good career, and he has been consistent. But consistency does not make you great. Just barely scratching 1,000 yards to say that you got 1,000 yards, so it shows up in a consecutive streak, does not make you great.
I'm on his. It got to the point we're on his Wikipedia page, searching for league leading, and nothing is coming up.
He's never led the league in anything. He's been very consistent and he's been a very good receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a decade. But he's never been great. He's not great. He's just very, very good, and he's an Aggie. So, yeah, that part too.
Oh my God. This dude didn't have a chance at all from the jump. He didn't have a chance.
Never had a chance.
That shit is funny.
There's only one Aggie I've ever respected, and that's because he could run all day. No, not Aggie. Sooner. There's only one Aggie or Sooner. The one Aggie I've always respected was Von Miller.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
There's been a couple other good Aggies though. But Mike Evans he's been pretty good. He's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good. But he showed up to work for a long time. Good for him.
He ain't better than Hines Ward.
Damn. I don't know about that one. Hines Ward was just we use blocking as a way to glorify receivers. So that kind of you take the blocking out, Mike Evans was average. He wasn't the best receiver on his team in their Super Bowls. He wasn't better than Santonio Holmes or Antoine Randall, receiving wise.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and kick off the disrespect of Mike Evans segment. He ain't better than Derek Mason. He ain't better than Jimmy Smith, Antonio Brown, Brandon Marshall. He ain't better than Irving Fryer.
Hey, Irving Fryer was a goon now. Herman Moore. When I tell you the list of receivers I would put in front of Mike Evans is long as hell.
He ain't better than Roddy White.
See, I'm not
Travis
finna
Kelce is just behind him. A tight end is right behind him.
Travis Kelce get 60% of the passes thrown to him from KC. So you can't
Oh my
even.
God. Wait a
And
minute.
he still has a higher perception average than Mike Evans. That's crazy.
Travis Kelce better not have more receptions than Mike Evans. He better not have more receptions.
He does.
Why wouldn't he?
Oh, because people want to put him in the same conversation with Jerry Rice, and he ain't got more receptions than a tight end. But why are we talking about this? Let's get off Beyonce internet and get to another subject that actually matters. Oh God, Mike
This
Evans.
was said Beyonce internet. Wow. She wasn't even talking about it.
Thanks, Isaiah. Appreciate you, dog. I didn't
That's
want to
supposed
wear
to be
this
good luck,
shirt the rest
TP.
of the night.
That's good luck for you.
I didn't want to wear this shirt at all.
Oh man.
Thanks, man.
So I kind of had it up here for a while, but the NCAA is about to have the same gambling problem the NFL got. The Iowa State quarterback basically decided that it was okay to bet on college sports. I think they have a limit of anything over $50, $50 or $100 is an issue. And he also bet on games that he played in.
Why is this a story?
I asked, how does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Oh man. You know what, Apple? We are not talking about LeBron tonight. LeBron is not on the rundown. I'm sorry. It is the NBA offseason. Football is being played as we speak.
How are these 4 people linked to gambling? How does that affect LeBron's legacy? That's the question.
Oh my God. Oh my, I can't. So fans who don't know, Apple is like the guy that get on your nerves for fun. That's Op.
It's like having a little brother at all times.
Where you going? I want to hang out with you.
Hey, you got games on your phone?
That'll be Op, man. That is Op. We love Op. Op is hilarious.
Hey, you got games on your phone? But we got 4 people gambling on a sport that they're playing in.
And just so we clear, it's not only the Iowa State quarterback. They're investigating the ex-Iowa basketball player as well. So his name just seemed to be more relevant because he was the starting quarterback, yada, yada, yada. They have the Iowa State agencies investigating these issues have said that they don't believe any outcomes in the games he played were tampered with. So they don't think he was point shaving, but they think, hey, he got a little gambling problem. He probably need to deal with it.
So
I
why is
do
it
not
considered?
believe the NCAA should suspend him. I think they need to put him in a program and address it there as opposed to suspending him when there's nothing of the same sort.
So wasn't there an NFL player that had to sit out an entire season?
Yeah, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. So what's different?
I want to give kids a better chance than I want to give professionals. I will freely admit I have a soft spot for young men in college as opposed to the pros, only because of all the things they go through leading up to.
Nah, they get paid now. Fuck that. They get paid now.
So
Last time I checked, they getting paid now.
so
This man chose to take his NIL check and wager it in an illegal manner. There will be consequences. There's the sad truth. And in life, a lot of times the lessons we learn them the hard way. So he's about to learn a very, very tough lesson. And one can only hope that he learns from the mistake. Because you do this later in life, it's gonna cost you more, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, there are people not talking to these young men because obviously he thought it had to be okay because it wasn't like he had a burner account where he was making the wages. He out there willy nilly using his own stuff.
We got to look at the bylaws with this because if he's not, first of all, we can't consider it tampering if he had no effect on the outcome. Because where's the tampering? Yeah. Call it what it is. If it's illegal gambling, then that's what it should be labeled as because tampering tells me that you are cheating the game, not doing something illegal. If it's illegal for him to bet, then that is the charge. But tampering is a whole nother deal. That means you affecting games. You're affecting the money of a lot of other people. Because when you play with games like that, you are, when you try to force a different outcome than one that what would have happened had you not did anything, then now we got a problem.
Yeah. So, well, we'll follow this and see what happens. There's so much going on in college today. It's just this week alone. This is the craziest college week ever. I don't know if we talked about it enough, but FAMU's quarterback Jeremy Musa has been picked as the SWAC preseason offensive player of the year. I bring this up again because there have been polls, and if you've seen me on Twitter, I've been spazzing out on these posters for. Wait, hold on, what? Hold on, I'm gonna take a time out for 1 second because apparently, for some odd reason, Oppo feel like day one of Man 24, he gonna beat me. Oppo, unless you got $10,000 to spend on bundles, don't come around me. It's a new day in Madden. I'm gonna run student body right 22 times a game. Run the clock out on you and score 55 points. Don't play with me. I am on my podcast. Effective topic. But the posters are not one predicting FAMU will make the NCAA playoffs because of a couple factors. One of those main factors is that their schedule is not to their liking. Few things about that. You don't make your schedule. You play who is in front of you. They play West Florida, probably one of the highest ranked Division II teams in the nation. Then they play the SWAC schedule. If they run through the SWAC, there is no reason they should not be one of the teams invited. If they, you know what? Let me change that. If they win the SWAC and the Celebration Bowl, they should be invited to the NCAA playoffs. If they win the Celebration Bowl, it should be a home game. No ifs, ands, or buts. But, again, when it comes to the NCAA playoffs, HBCUs do not control their own destiny. They have to do stuff like play money games. They play classics. They play all these things to make sure their programs keep going, only to be penalized by agents of ill repute. That's what I'll call them. I'll try and be politically correct about it. There's no reason, fam, you should have to put up with what they put up with. And yet, if they run the table, they should be in regardless. Marlo, so we have a guy in the chat who plays this video game that me and TP play. Not necessarily on the same level either.
Okay.
He just in here reckless in the chat, just calling people out. I just got one question. Do you have access to your mama's credit card? Because you gonna need it.
My God.
Probably definitely gonna need it.
Because I don't know about TP. I don't know about TP. I'm petty and evil. I will spend a whole stack day one just to make sure my team. Oh, you got your own card and you work? Oh, it's going to be fun taking your little money.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all got to spend money
after you
for extra shit after you buy the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What in the house? What the hell is it? Oh, I told y'all we was in bizarre world. When they started doing this shit?
A long time ago.
For full disclosure, TP, Marlo had a PlayStation 3 in the box in a box for like 10 years.
I got a PlayStation 4 in the box right now. I ain't never opened it.
Burn it. It's useless.
It's gonna be a collector.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, keep it in the box then.
Oh man.
Let me tell you, this is what happens when you do shit like go to Black Friday and shop. Like I went to Black Friday, I was like, oh shit, they got the PlayStation over there on sale. Oh, let me buy all these games to go in. The game's still in the wrapper. The PlayStation still in the wrapper. I just bundle that shit up and sell it to somebody. I'm just saying.
But I can't believe we're addressing this on the podcast. Like, save your coins. Like, get you a
Y'all
car.
gonna make me open this PlayStation and learn how to play Madden.
I fall around too.
Stop it! Don't shoot that little motherfucker no more!
Oh shit! I got Madden as one of the games. I don't know which Madden it is, but it's one of the games.
Oh, hold up. I feel like it's okay. It's okay.
First off,
don't worry about it.
I think we should put that on the podcast. Y'all two playing each other, because if this young man whoop your ass, Look out, little cherry. That's almost better than you cutting off eyebrow.
This coming. This is coming from Marlo. Like, please understand. Please understand. And he is going. He is spazzing out in chat. Let me focus on. Let me focus on the task at hand because we already down a 3-minute rabbit hole. We got to start appreciating HBCUs and their struggle. Otherwise, we will lose a huge piece of history. I don't like. I tell people my affinity for FAMU. Part of it is Marlo. Part of it is I'm an African American in Florida. HBCUs is a part of our culture, specifically Florida A&M and that school in Daytona. I grew up in Florida, and only thing I knew was Florida State, Florida, Miami, FAMU, and that school in Daytona. But I didn't know the history of that school in Daytona till I went to work at Florida A&M. And I don't often tell the story. I think Marlo might know. I know Ken Riley as FAMU's coach. But when I went to work at FAM, he looked a little different. He was a little older. He looked a little different. So I didn't really know who he was. But as a janitor at FAM, you don't get to work wherever you want to work. You work wherever they send you. And so one particular night, because in late November and December, all the older employees, they save up all of their time. And at the end of the year, they take this big old vacation. They just don't work Thanksgiving through the New Year. So I got to go work in the field house, which is where I first saw that national championship banner. And Mr. Williams, who was my supervisor, explained to me that FAMU was the first HBCU to win a 1AA national championship. And Ken Riley was in there while he was talking to me, telling me all this stuff about all the stuff. The number of black national championship banners in the field house is unreal. And that's the story we don't tell. We don't tell the story about how Florida A&M, this little bitty school in Tallahassee, with none of the resources of Florida State, FAMU, or Miami, beat a Jim Kelly-led Miami squad with Hall of Fame coach Howard Snellenberger. And that is important history. And what's going on right now is history, because you have conference realignment. That's not new. FAMU went from the CIAC to the MEAC to the SWAC. Florida State was independent, went to the ACC. We about to be somewhere again. On top of that, this is why history is important. In the 90s, the middle 90s to the end of the middle to the end of the 90s, there were two schools in Tallahassee that was mollywopping schools that they played. Florida A&M, Florida State. You know about the Charlie Ward area, you know about Chris Winkie, you know about Bobby Bowers. Do you know about Billy Joe?
We don't talk about Billy Joe, no.
Billy Joe is a Hall of Fame coach.
If I went down the list of players that play on these winning FAMU teams, y'all would be like, what? Jamie Nails, Wally Williams, T. Mick, all these cats got Super Bowl rings. Like, we put out talent.
You know what, Marlo? There's a school somewhere in Alabama that claimed they wide receiver you. That's what they want to say. That's what they want to say. What they want to say. But my point is, know your history, learn your history. Because it's even sports reporters out there that don't know their history. And it's important. And so if you see me on Twitter and I say, hey, name me the last 3 opponents that FAMU played in the NCAA playoffs, it's a setup. I'm setting you up so I can put my little graphic up about what FAMU do when they get a honest shot at the playoffs. Don't fall for it. Just say, okay, you got it, and keep it moving. But that's all I got for this week. TP, brand new baby. You might be wrestling with the baby. I'll let Marlo go first.
I
Marlo?
just want to say, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Did we lose Marlo? Just that quick, we lost Marlo. The joys of technology. I think we lost Marlo real quick.
I'm gonna try to fit this in. What's up, Big D? Hey, it's go horns every day, man. It's go horns till the season start. When the season's over with, and in the off season, it's always go horns. You hear me? You take life by the horns. You give them the bull. You feel me? This is what we doing. Hey, look, we got a lot of tough talk coming out of every conference, right? LSU supposed to be good again. The Pac-12 breaking up. Caleb Williams about to repeat for the Heisman. Georgia about to repeat for the national championship. No, none of that shit matter because it's go horns. Need y'all to understand that. All season, that's the type of energy we on.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
That's all I got. Hook 'em horns, baby. Let's go.
Oh. Well, Marlo, we got you back live. What you got for us this week?
No, I was just saying that, I really appreciate this opportunity that we get to enjoy and come on and talk a little stuff and give our knowledge of the game and sports. And, just put our own little twist to it. And I appreciate people appreciating us. So I just want to thank the people we do have that, pay attention to us and rock out with us. And we just, we small, but we here. And I appreciate you.
Well, ladies and
It
gentlemen,
ain't the size of the boat in the ocean. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
unless it's Tom Brady boat, and
Wow.
in that case,
It can
Fuck
sink.
Tom Brady.
Damn. This guy.
what? I'm supposed to feel sorry for him?
No.
I want everybody to have a great week. Except them people in North Carolina.
Damn.
Except them
A
people in
whole
Daytona.
state. Well, I'm with you on that. Fuck them.
The D people, I hope y'all have a good week. Yeah, I think I pretty much. Oh, Bucs fan. I hope Baker Mayfield is y'all starting quarterback.
The devil is alive. All up in this podcast.
The fact that I would be considered the devil.
You saying
you know what?
devilish things.
No, I'm speaking from the heart.
Beelzebub.
Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You know what? Everybody be so kumbaya. We love everybody. Okay, I may love all HBCUs, but some of you motherfuckers I just don't like. I just and them D people, I still ain't forgave y'all for the little Norbert thing. But you know what?
You keep breaking that
I
up.
I'll see y'all in Miami. I will see y'all in Miami. Somebody gonna have to straighten me. I'm gonna need some straightening. Cause I ain't do nothing to nobody, minding my own business. And all I said was PWI guy. And y'all went in. But I'm just gonna say this. I'm more HBCU than a lot of y'all would ever wish to be. Especially them dudes that are on the board at a certain district in Orlando. Yeah, FAMU alumnus, Republican, got his mouth all on Ron DeSantis. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. I will say though, uh, Orlando Magic. I will never come back to being a fan. I hope the DeVos family wake up every morning and stub their toe at 3 a.m. every morning for the next 10 years. If you know, you know. I said what I said. Thank y'all for coming to another gathering of old men. For myself, TP Marlo, we are out.
Doses.